Guys, just arrived in the Lake District. It is currently 12:10, and my plan is to get as many mountains in this weekend as I can. So I am gonna go for a walk, park my car at the bottom of Bowscale, and I'm gonna walk up to the tarn, Bowscale tarn, if you want to look on a map. I'm gonna camp at the tarn tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to make way up top of Bowscale, across to Bannerdale Crags, across to the bottom of Blencathra, to the Common, drop down, and then I'm going to do the top of Skiddaw, which is 900 odd metres, so there's going to be a lot of snow up there, and I had a hell of a lot of snow coming up here. There's a few flurries blowing around at the moment, and there is snow on the peaks. So hopefully I'll be where I camp. I'm going to be out of the snow. Then I'm going to do Skiddaw, and then drop down, and there's some sheepfolds down the bottom there. I think it's Hare Crags, around that area. And I'm going to stick my tent up, and then I'm going to camp another night, so 2 nights out. And then I'm going to pack all my kit up Sunday morning, and then we're going to go and explore the other side of the valley, which is not, and try and hit as many summits there as possible, and then slowly make my way back around the circuit. If you look on Instagram, I've actually put a picture of the circuit I'm doing up there. I think off from memory it was about 20 odd K, 28K, 26K, something like that. So it's enough, but there's lots. There's a drop from 710 metres to 400 metres, and then a rise back up to 915. So it's going to be challenging, and it's on obviously full expedition pack and food for 2 nights, and lunches and breakfast. So yeah, it's going to be fun. So the first camp out is just to get the first little leg of the journey done and get me a little bit of altitude, so I can hit the ground running tomorrow morning. So first light, I can pack up and get moving, because I've got a big day tomorrow. And if I can get Skiddaw done in plenty of time before it gets dark, I may carry on and camp somewhere else. But it's all down to weather conditions and whether I can be bothered. So it's sort of that dynamic risk assessment. I'm working on map memory, because I've looked over this so many times this week. So it's just, knowing where I am. Now I know this area, I know this road in, I know Blencathra, and I know the valley that runs between. So this is kind of connecting the dots of areas I've not been to. So none of this, apart from this initial walk into Bowscale, none of the other stuff have I done. So it's going to be interesting. So I'm carrying quite a lot, and the reason behind that is I'm on my own, right? So anything goes tits up, there's only one person I can blame. So I'm carrying extra stuff to mitigate, so I've got a bit of a bigger medical kit in case I twist an ankle or something, because if I do, I'm walking out on it. Right, so I've walked around for a bit. Found a nice little flat-ish area here, so that's probably where I'm going to pitch. Everything else is a bit lumpy, and even sods of grass are going to be pretty hard. So, can you see out there? So we've made it to the tarn. Let's get a bit closer. Super bright. Yep. So made it to the tarn, which is pretty bloody huge. If you can make any of that out, probably not. Anyway, we'll have a look at it in the morning. So, good thing is the water isn't frozen. So the temperature of the lake is obviously not 0, even though we've had the snow. So that's good. Right, so I think this is about the best out the window I'm going to get. So I'm going to set up and I'll get back to you. Okay, bye. Hi guys, that's me all set up. So I've got a Berghaus Peak 3.1. Now this is the heavier version, it's like 1.9 kilos. They do another one that's about 1.6 or something like that. It's a green one, but it's also twice the bloody price. But it's got a slightly better waterproof rating. So we've got a little vestibule thing there. Sorry about the shadow of this epoxy. There we go, put the camera there. There we go. So I've got my cook kit and my food in that purple bag. I've just got some water out of the lake. In here, so because of the shape of this tent, there's like room to fit your bag. A one-man tent you can sit up in and fit your rucksack in. It's amazing. For those extra 400 grams or whatever it is, they're usually, you know, you're talking 1.5 kilos is usually ultralight territory. Then you also get 1.5 kilo tents out of Tesco's. My sleeping bag there, and then underneath is my Exped Downmat Light 5M. So they come in M, L and S, which is medium, large and small. So I laid on the M and I just about fit on it. So there's no point paying extra money for the large. And I've spoilt myself and got myself a pillow. And then I've got my waterproof stuffed up the back there. So I'm going to leave me sleeping bag to loft for a bit. Obviously it's been done up tight since I got back from Essex. Since I left Essex. And I've got my bags and bits and bobs up there. So yeah, I think I'm going to boil up some water and have a cup of soup or something. Or a hot chocolate. And then I'm going to get some bloody kip. Because I've been on the go since 6:30 this morning. And it is now... Let's have a look. Yeah. I need to see the bloody time. Turn the light on, stupid thing. On. There we go. It's now 1:25. So, yeah. It thinks it's Monday. Yeah, I changed the battery in this. The time's right, but the date is way off. Cool. Oh dear. Yeah. Got a big heavy torch as well, just because it's better for filming, because it's ridiculously bright. So that's that. Off. We've got a mushroom soup with some croutons in it. It's just in the cupboard at home, so I grabbed it. Just so I can get something warm in me before I go to bed without loads of caffeine in it. Because tea is for children and women and people who are watching Downton Abbey. So I don't want a shitload of caffeine before I go to bed. Could have a hot chocolate, but chocolate's got caffeine in it as well, and then I won't sleep, and then I'll be a grumpy boy. Right, so in this kind of situation we do need to be really bloody organised, because not only I'm not just throwing all my gear back in my bag, I'm moving camp and then I've got to set up again, possibly in the dark. So that's my pillow and my sleep mat. That's my waterproof trousers and Gore-Tex waterproof top. So I'll keep that all in one pack, and then I can just grab it straight away. Some people have these in there loose, but if your bag gets wet, you're still making the inside of your waterproofs wet, so it's a bit of a moot point. But if you're putting wet clothes over the top of your dry clothes, what's the point? So if you see bad weather coming in, at least you're dry on the inside. That's my theory, for the sake of probably about a 20 gram bag. In here is all my warm stuff, so there's woolly hats and gloves, there's a down jacket in there, and sunglasses, just general stuff like that. This is all my electric, so I've got a charger, leads, and all my torches are in there. Obviously take a couple of torches because one might accidentally turn on in your bag, so you end up with a flat battery. And this is all my food, and my cook set is there. And then I've got my sleeping bag in there, my mittens and my walking poles, and then I've just got to take the tent down. So yeah, trying to see this tent in the daylight. So it's wide at one end, and then you've got like a foot box smaller end that end, like that. And then hiding in that corner is a 1 litre Morrison's lemonade bottle, so I can carry a litre of water, and then I can just screw my soya mini filter onto it, and drink water straight away. And it's lighter than any other 1 litre bottle that I found, and the soya filter screws straight onto it. I've seen a lot of people using the smart water bottles, but the thread is different, so it doesn't work. They buy them thinking, oh, that's a nice big 750ml bottle, but they don't work. So you need to have the original thread pattern for it. So it does look like the sun is trying to burn through up there. There's a bit of a glow to it, and if I look straight up, it's a bit blue. So it might be an absolutely glorious day if this cloud buggers off. So here's hoping, hey? So that's where I was camped, down back there. There's actually a couple of people down there now. So this is bowscale tarn. Some nice icicles forming up there. I'll have to excuse all my heavy breathing on these videos because I'm not holding up on the pace. I'm just trying to steam up here and get warm. Then I can take some layers off. I know I'm going to be sweating in a minute. You can sort of see that glow in the background as well, right in the bottom of that valley bit. So to me, that's looking like the sun's out over there, doesn't it? Hopefully. But we are going to pick our way up this track, if you can see it, up into the clouds, and hopefully Monkey Magic is up there, or the sun. Either or. There's a tarn down there somewhere. Right, so the tarn is down there. I'm following this sheep track up, hopefully to the top. But things like this, so I've come across this craggy bit here. If I slip and go over there, I'm brown bread, yeah? So it's baby steps all the way. I can't afford to make a mistake, I can't even afford to twist an ankle out here. So it's just going nice and slow. and behaving myself and picking through the path as best I can. The conditions don't help to see where the path is, to be honest, but I'm heading up there somewhere. But we got all day, there's no rush. Right. I'm heading up there, and this is pretty steep. Can you hear a person with a dog down there? Right, up onto the ridge path, and you can see from my footy prints I came from down there somewhere. So it's steep ground, so it just composes of hundreds of little zigzags. Obviously you're not travelling straight up, because that's asking for trouble. If you zigzag, you've got the ability to lean into the mountain, and then it's going to go less pear-shaped. So I'm just sitting down to catch my breath. Right, so I've got my GPS, my grass pointing stick. So right, last night I parked in a lay-by down here, and I bimbled up here at 1:40. I got camped at 1:45 in the morning, right? So right there, I've come round the tarn, up Tarn Crags to there. I'm now tabbing it across. I did look at coming up this way, but with the snow it was very flat and very steep, and it just looked like a big slide. So I thought I'd go for something a bit more craggy and a bit, probably a bit more technical. Or also could have come round this way and up the path. But anyway, so I'm going to head towards here, across the common to there, drop down into the valley, then up here, summit, Skiddaw summit, drop down. There's some sheep folds here, which is like stone walls for keeping sheep in. I'm going to camp there, and then tomorrow is this leg planned round here and then back home. But it might change depending on time and effort, and I might not get as far, I might get a lot further. We don't know. It just depends what the weather does. It depends if I can be bothered. Right, so I'm assuming that these are dog tracks. So it could be a sheepdog. Obviously the thing that highlights the question is there's no human print with it. So they could send them out long ranging away from like a quad bike or something, and they follow the paths. But it's a long way for a doggo to be on his own, isn't it? I suppose they just follow a path until they hear a whistle, then run off. So it's a lovely sunny day. If anything, visibility's got a bit worse. So here we are with a little shelter, and I'll sort out my bearing off to the next point. Excellent. Right, so 800 metres. I'm not going fast, so let's say 2 kilometres an hour. So it's 24 minutes until I hit the destination I've chosen. I should be on the path up to Bandale Crags on, so keeping everything tethered, on this bearing. So we're going over there. No, not going over there. Hey. Picked up the path, so like I said, nice and level, and drops off to one side. Now I'm not obviously going to walk off the side. I notice that the contour of the land is dropping off, so then you stop and keep level. So we're doing alright. Oh, there's been some people up here. 2 people. Oh, visibility is getting a bit better, so I can see off to I think that's the bottom of Blencathra over there, the path going up. Awesome. Bandale Crags. We're in the saddle bit here, That's Mount Catherine up there, which I've done a few times. Sharp edges over there. I'll show you on here. So Bandow Crag, so we're right centre of the screen on that crossroads, and I'm heading over to the Common and the 633. So it's about 2k. So I'm going to just work out what my time and distance is. Drop this. 1,000 metres. It's pretty flat, so I'm going to be hossing it probably 4,000 metres, 15 minutes, half an hour. So half an hour, that away. Blue sky. All this cloud comes in and gets rid of it. The sun, it really looks like it wants to burn through, hopefully. Hi guys, here's my face. So yeah, it's alright. The weather is pretty cool actually. Pretty cool. It's pretty good. The wind has died right down. It's only that left from that massive blizzard yesterday, all the snow warnings, which I drove up through, which was a bit pants, must be said. Yeah, I'm currently walking across the Common, so I'm just going to really need to be careful when I'm walking. I don't break a leg talking to you idiots. So I'm going to get up the top here. Now I'm dropping down into the valley, and then Skiddaw, maybe lunch, drop down Skiddaw, see how we do. It's all down to how fast I'm moving, so we do not know. We'll get there when we get there. We'll camp when we camp. There's no point worrying. Right, I assume I'm in the right place. So this is, what are we? Mungrisdale Common. You can see how thick the ice is, look. Right, so now we're heading off to Cloven Stone. So I've set the bearing and we're going that way. Not that way, or 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 that way. We're going that way. It's like a major junction, which is a good thing. Why am I holding the phone up this way? What an idiot. Oh, I'll kill myself. That must be it. Visibility is still pants. So I need to be heading off that direction because Skiddaw is there. You can see it perfectly in this lovely weather. Right, so off that little pile of stones, that was the one we passed. And we're now at Cloven Stone. Ta-da! Focus, goddamn you. There we go. Cloven Stone. That looks cloven to you, like a cloven hoof, like split. Possibly. Right, so we'll get another bearing from here and find somewhere to go. How exciting. Right, I just dropped out of the clouds for a bit. I don't know if you can see the colour change there. There's a stone wall. I'm going to follow that up to the top of the first summit. Whew. This bloody ground is treacherous. Heading down, because the ground is so hard, it's really, really slippery. So you're not looking for ice or snow, you're just trying to walk in the rough stuff. Because I've had a couple of little slips. I haven't actually fallen over yet, but it's just very sketchy. I might actually get my poles out in a bit. Might help, mightn't it? Yes, first it might. So, sorry, just there, that's Skiddaw House, which is the highest youth hostel, bunk belt, house, whatever, in the UK, apparently. It was run into disrepair, was left empty, and then some people went back up there and have refurbed it and got it all going again. But it's properly remote. The road into it is, you know, forwards and really rough. You couldn't get up there without a four-wheel drive, no way. You'd never get a minibus to it or anything like that. I think most people hike to it, stay there, and then bang up Skiddaw. Good to know. Just as lucky to have a lake right where the stile is. I could have died. It's actually quite nice and warm when you're down here. There is obviously no snow, and only the thick ice remains. It's still, you know, it's a little bit muddy, which means it's getting a bit of grip. I think it's just when you get up in the cloud where you're going to be facing a really hard ground. So, good fun. Of the low cloud again. Just see some hills through there. The hills in the background. I think I'm heading up there. Oh, so far away. See out there? That's a sheep. How are we all doing? Now I've just looked over there. I've seen the path I've got to take and I'm not happy about it. Because currently we're at 564 metres, sorry, 564 metres, and it's 20 to 2, and I'd like to be at camp by 4, half 4, because obviously it's getting dark then, or at least on my way to camp. But reverse, see that fence going up there, that's where I've got to go. Cock. Look, sunshine, why aren't I there? Idiot. I'm ashamed to say, that climb up, he fucking killed me. I'm very close to turning back. It's just absolutely never ending and you can't see the end. You know, you got a rough idea, but because I was moving so slow, it was killing me. So, oh, great. So now I've got this fence here to handrail down, and then I should hit the main path. Hopefully. It goes around a bog over there. Okay. Right, let's get fucking going, because if I stop moving I'm going to get cold, and I don't want to be cold. I've done it. I've made it. There's the trig point, the shelter. We've still got the sun. Let's get the hell out of here. So I've got to walk that way about 10 minutes and then drop off the side. 932 metres. Awesome. Let's get out of here, please. Closest we're going to get to the sun coming out today. Just going to move it. Right, morning guys. So, coming down off Skiddaw last night, visibility was shit, as you saw. And then as I come down, it actually got worse. So I ended up getting to camp about 6 o'clock, just because the nav was so difficult. Big expanses of nothing with no markers. And then ended up, I took the bearing at the top, then I followed a fence down to a crag, and then navved across and contoured round. It seemed the best way in those conditions. And then I heard the water running, and I obviously knew there was a water source, and I was looking for the sheepfold, but it must have been, I don't know, 15-20 metres of visibility, and if I put a torch on it just glared up, if I put it on full beam, so I had no distance to see. So I'm probably going to get out of the tent and say, oh look, there it is right next to me, because I'm close to it. But anyway, I was walking around looking for the sheepfold, and I found a flat bit of ground, and I was like, that'll do, because after all the walking yesterday, I'm still knackered. Things we learnt last night, it was cold. The night before I was a bit chilly, so I decided to break out this Soul emergency bivvy. I'll give you a better look probably when we get up. But this is silver lined, like a thermal thing, Soul Outdoors. So it's a breathable, it's an emergency bag basically, but it's breathable with a zip, so it's just a bigger bag. So I put that over my feet to keep my feet warm, and I've been warm as toast all night. It's really nice. The other thing, I got to the stream and boiled up some water, and then I put that inside my socks, which were damp. So one, it was drying my socks, and two, it was really lovely and warm. So yeah, you can tell that's stream water from the colour of it, can't you? Yeah, so I had like a little hot water bottle, and when my hands got cold I could kick it up and warm my hands up. But after a while, after I was in the sleeping bag for about an hour, then I was too hot. I had to start taking layers off where I had so many on. Now I've got to go back. All my shoulders hurt from carrying the bag, obviously. My back hurts, my legs hurt. That was another thing I had as well. When I got to Skiddaw Little Man, I had started getting leg cramps, which was really scary. Like my inner thigh just started spasming up. So I had to take my bag off and just sit on my bag for like 5-10 minutes. And I drank a load of water and got a load of calories in me, because I thought it may have been to do with that. And then they just kind of just unspasmed and were okay after that. But that was worrying. That was worrying, because I could barely walk. I didn't want to get stuck all the way up there. I could have moved, but I'd have been tearing my muscles to pieces. Should we see what it's doing out there then? Oh my god, I can see. Oh, so there's a stream down there. Snow on top of that mountain. A Skiddaw up there somewhere. So I'm assuming that sheepfold's going to be just over there. But, I got to the water source, so that's all I care about. Flat ground and water source, that's all I wanted. Cool. Right, We'll have to get some brekkie on, I think, because I'm starving. Yeah, so that's Skiddaw there. So I took that crest down the side and I found a fence, so I followed the fence down over to the other side of the hill and then contoured over and then followed along the top there. And then I could hear the water, so I just headed down here and found a flat spot there. This is proper middle of nowhere territory. So now we're going to be, well, not now, when we get packed up, we're heading over there and we'll pick up a track that goes to Skiddaw House. I think I can just see some trees over there, which is probably going to be Skiddaw House. They've got some big like fir trees near them. Right, get some water. And the other thing last night, because I could not see this, I actually used my compass to get back to my tent over there. That's how bad the visibility was and how dark it was. The water level's definitely risen. That means that snow up there is on the melt. It is milder today. It's that kind of damp coldness. But yeah, dead straight line. And I was like, I could not risk being out here. So I took a map and compass with me so I could get back to my tent again. Yeah, crazy. But something like that, that's when you can get in real pear shape, turn around, walk the wrong way. You know, if I walked up the other side of that heather and got disorientated, even though this tent has got big reflectors on it, they wouldn't have even picked it up. So, and it's that being on your own thing as well. If your mate stayed back here and says, "Oh yeah, I'm over here," makes it really easy. But there's no sound, nothing. So, yeah, a few eagle-eyed amongst you will probably notice that yesterday when I was at the tarn, I was using the little BBS burner. BRS or whatever they are, the little micro pocket one. But it's for situations like this. I want a coffee and I want porridge, so I brought the titanium cup anyway, and I brought a spare gas canister. So what real difference is it just bringing a burner and another lighter, just in case the jet boil lets me down, whether it, you know, leaks all its gas out or the igniter stops working, which it has. Yeah. I'm really disillusioned with jet boils now. The amount of money they charge, and to replace that little clicker, you used to be able to buy them for £2, but they're now £35 because you have to buy the whole unit. That is absolutely really poor show, jet boil. It's just pathetic. There's no excuse for that. It's just blatant profiteering. And I'm finding that the jets on these, they wear out after a while. So I won't be buying a jet boil again, basically, because they're just ripping everybody off with their prices. Got rain in the air now. Right, okay. Let's adjourn to the tent. The survive outdoor longer. Emergency escape bivvy or something like that it's called. So it's silver lined. It has a silver lining to reflect your heat back in. So I had this just over my feet sort of up to me waist. It is a bit damp inside because it's not a proper bivvy bag. It's not Gore-Tex or anything, but it could have been a lot wetter, and I've bought bivvy bags and been a lot wetter than that because they said they were waterproof and they weren't. Trek mates, I'm looking at you. Your bivvy bags are shit. So yeah, but this packs down to tiny little thing. So I'll pack it up and I'll show it to you when it's packed up. So SOL Escape Bivvy. So the material is sort of like J-cloth, if you get what I mean. I don't know if you have those in America, but I've seen quite a lot of people on YouTube do them. So just look up a SOL Escape Bivvy and there's loads of videos on how to mod them, and so they are quite expensive. Well, I saw this come up on Amazon for 25 quid, and I thought as an emergency thing, especially if I've got taking groups of young people out. I know you got the massive survival boffies and stuff, but this is quite useful for day hikey type stuff. Right, so bowscale tarn's probably about here, or maybe just behind that, and then we worked our way across. So this is Blencathra here, up in the clouds. Oh no, that's not, that's Mumrisdale Common, but Blencathra is behind that. So we went up to Blencathra, and then we came back across Mumrisdale Common, we dropped off the edge there, and then we worked our way up that disgusting steep slope. Summit, 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 and then all the way to Skiddaw, and then I dropped down there, and I camped about there. Now I've just tabbed out to, it's really hard to see it on the camera. Where are we? Is that a path? Oh no, that's the path there. To there. And I've come up here, and this is Skiddaw House. So I'm tabbing back this way through the valley. I did want to get hay knot in today, but I am just too knackered. Views would be nice up there, but while I'm solo and not feeling great, I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk injury. I'm not going to risk cocking it all up. So I'm just going to head back to the car and then have cake. Yeah, you look through there, you just see Blencathra out there. Up in the clouds. The bowscale tarn is just over that ridge. So there's bowscale tarn. Where are we? About there. In that, you can see the where it's been scooped out. So that's caused by a glacier. So it's always a scoop out and then a spoil heap in front of it, so you can't actually see the lake. So that's where we started. And you can see that track going all the way along. That's where I came in. And it goes right back to there. And hopefully my car's still there. We're now walking on the road, so yeah, exciting times. I'm glad it's done.